The next step is the bus. Now, since Yonsei only has 1 day to check in, this gets pretty busy. So if you've got the money, maybe a taxi cab would be good. Especially if you have 2 bags, a taxi cab is great. I didn't take a taxi on the way here. I took the bus, and having 2 bags actually made it really difficult. Yeah, so since Yonsei only has 1 day to move in, it gets really crowded in the airport, gets really crowded on the bus. As you guys maybe have seen from other YouTubers or just helpful people online, there's a bus that goes straight from the airport to the closest bus stop to the dorms, Ide Back Gate or Ide Humun in Korean. You would want to take that. There are 2 spots for you to catch that bus. I don't know them specifically. It's hard to remember. I've only taken the bus twice, and I swear they sent me to different places each time. So it's a little confusing. There's a ticket booth. You buy the ticket there. You give them 10,000 won. They give you, and tell them that you want to go to Ide Back Gate or Ide Humun. They'll give you a ticket for the bus. They'll tell you that it's bus 6011. Go wherever they circle on your ticket for you to take the bus and get on it there. When I was there, they had such an influx of people that they were redirecting everybody to the other stop for it that's earlier on. So if they redirect you, just take what they say and go. If you don't know Korean, it's going to be hard to understand what they're saying, but usually there's at least one person who knows enough Korean to understand it in a group, in the group sizes that Yonsei winds up getting for those taking the bus. Then they'll have to stuff all your suitcases under the bus, and you get on the bus. Some of the suitcases wind up going inside the bus in front of the seats. When I came back from Japan, they were actually giving out numbers to go along with your suitcase, so it's easier to know whose suitcase is whose, but they didn't have that when I first came to Yonsei. Once you get to Ide Humun, they'll take your bag out, you grab it. You'll see a crosswalk at the end of the little island-like area that the bus stops at. You'll see a crosswalk that one way is shorter, the other way is longer to get across the street. You want to take the longer side and then turn right and go until you see a Chinese restaurant, in other words, a shop with just 2 kanjis on it. You want to go to that restaurant, and at that restaurant you want to turn left. The video I watched for directions to get here said that it was a slight hill to get here. And I would agree, yes, it's a slight hill if you don't have heavy suitcases that you're trailing with you. Heavy suitcases make the hill go from being a slight hill to being extremely difficult unless you're very physically fit. So somebody who goes hiking at least twice a week, somebody who works out for the fun of it, something like that. If you're one of those type of people, yes, it's a slight hill. If you're not, it's a steep hill. You're going to want to take it slowly. I stopped at least 3 times on my way up, I think. But again, I had 2 suitcases, so my hands were very tired at that point. Once you get up the hill, the dorm's right there. Just take the ramp with your suitcase and go right inside. Inside, you need to find your room number before you can check in. There are poles, very thick poles, in the SK lobby. You'll want to find the pole that has SK or iHouse, depending on which one you're checking into, and on that pole you'll want to find your room number, because you cannot check in until you have found your room number. You need to know your room number before you try to check in, or else they can't find your information to give you your card. Your card is your key to your room, to get into the dorms, general. Once you have your card, there are people there that are there to help you get your suitcases to your room. So if you have 2 suitcases, you don't know how the rooms work, whatever, they will take one of your suitcases for you or something. I had 2 suitcases, so one of them helped me, And do not be worried. During normal daylight hours, so before 10 a, after 7 a.m. and before 10 p.m., guys are allowed on the girls' floor, girls are allowed on the guys' floor, just not in the rooms themselves. They can go in the lounge, they can knock on your door, they can ring your doorbell, because we have doorbells on our rooms here. Don't worry about that. If your helper's a guy and you're a girl, he can bring your bag to your room for you. It doesn't matter. The rule of no guys in the room, if it's the helper putting your bag in your room, it's okay. They won't kick you out for it. So once you're here, they'll give you a handbook of how things in the room work, how to set up your internet, which is actually more confusing than you would think. They tell you about the phone in the room and just general things, and then you're just free to unpack however quickly or slowly you like. I have a friend that didn't unpack until the next day after orientation. Me and my roommate, we unpacked as soon as we got here, and we just wanted everything to be done. The plane trip was long, we just wanted to lay down in bed. Just relax, get dinner, something. So we unpacked immediately, but everybody works at their own pace. In the room, if you're an SK in double, you'll find you have a bathroom and a shower room. The shower room does not have a door, but the shower itself has a door. The sink is in the shower room. Toilet is in the bathroom. Bathroom does have a door, thankfully. That would be a little weird if it didn't, don't you think? I think that's all you really need to know for what to expect on getting here. Orientation is interesting for the most part, kind of boring at some parts. But try to go through it. At the beginning of orientation, you have to pick up a packet with your student ID, so you really do need to be there. It's not the attendance of the orientation that's important to them, it's that you get your student ID card, which can be used as a T-Money card so that you can use it as a subway card or bus card to ride the buses. But normal subway cards can be charged at a convenience store. Student ID cards cannot. Okay, I kind of went off on a tangent at the end there, but so that's all I've got to tell you, and I hope this video was really helpful. I'm sorry if I bored you because it was really long, but I just wanted to make sure you all knew what to expect. So, happy studying abroad! Until next time.